Good morning, Traveling Mike here, and we're getting ready to head out on our next road trip in the 2023 Model S, and we're going to be doing about a 1,600 mile trip from Central Texas to Fairfax, Virginia, which is just outside of Washington, D.C. We're going to go along the highway on up to like Nashville, then head up towards the Noah's Ark encounter up in northern Kentucky, and then that'll put us a little bit on the north side of the Appalachians, and then we'll have to cut through and cut down into Washington D.C. area. But we got the car all juiced up. I got about 98%, and it's been a long time several years since we've gone to Virginia, but there's a lot more new Superchargers built, so we'll be checking those out. I know there's a few Buc-ee's along the way that have some Superchargers that we may stop at. I'm pretty sure we're going to stop at. And so join us and see what we find along the way. Well, we're in Slova Czech Bakery in West Texas. No chargers here, but it's bathroom break. Let's get some of the pastries they got. Alright, we're at Buc-ee's in Royce City, outside of Dallas. Got here with that 34%. I think it says we only need to stay for 20 minutes, but it's going to take longer than that to get through Buc-ee's with all the stuff to do. So we're going to charge up. These are version 3s, and I guess there's only about 8 chargers along here. So let me see how fast we're going. Okay, it's charging at 254 kilowatts and about 1,000 miles an hour, so it won't take long to fill up. Okay, got enough charge to continue. And picked up a new cooler, so we're ready to hit the road. Okay, we got 90%, and we're going to head on to the next one, which is also a new Supercharger, which is before we get to Texarkana. I think it's New Boston or something. So we're going to check that one out next and meet John down the road. Okay, we are at New Boston, Texas, and this is is this going to work? Oh, this one's jammed up here. Let me move to another one here. Let's check this one out. That other one had a bad pin. There we go, that one plugged in. And this one's at a nice new gas station. Exxon, Denny's, and everything. And this will work better when you're headed east because you don't have to stop at the one in Texarkana anymore. The version 2's over there by the Olive Garden. Anybody that's been by there knows it, which is really slow. So we only have 48%, and it says we don't really have to stop here, but we're gonna make a quick bathroom break, and then we don't have to stop for quite a while. So let's see how much we get by the time we go in here and take a little break. Okay, we got about 72%, which is way more than we need anyway. So we're going to keep on heading up the road to, I think, Hope, Arkansas, and get some lunch and charge up there. Here at Hope, Arkansas, this is a new set of Chargers, and I'm the only one here, version 3s, and we're at 55%. We didn't need to stop at that last place, but wanted to check out and see what the new Superchargers were like there. So we got 55%, and it says we only need to be here for 15 minutes, but I think there's a Wendy's there, so I think we might go and get us some lunch. Okay, we've got 90% again, and I'm gonna plug this up. But now this one saves you from having to stop in Little Rock at the old version 2 Chargers. So we'll be able to keep on going straight through there to another new version 3 Superchargers past Little Rock. See how that one is. So far they're working out great. On our return trip, we stopped in Arkadelphia, and they have a Fairfield Inn which has 3 destination chargers, 1 Tesla and 2 Cripple Creeks. So if you swinging through, that's a good place to stop. All right, we're in Brinkley, Arkansas, which is about an hour east of Little Rock. And this is another new Supercharger. It's got 8 Superchargers here, and version 3s. I've got 35%, and says that we only need to hang out here for about 15 minutes or less. And they have a Sonic over here, they have a McDonald's across the street, and they have a grocery store over this way. So we'll go see what they have. And let me see what we're charging at here. That's charged at 251 kilowatts for a 250 kilowatt charger. That's pretty good. We've got 70%, so that's plenty to get us to the east side of Memphis. And there's a new Supercharger along there as well. We'll go try that out and then get a hotel for the night. At Memphis, on the east side of Memphis, at a Target, and we're gonna plug in here at the Supercharger. We've got about 42%, and it says we don't need to stay very long, but we're gonna sit here and work out finding a hotel for the night because the sun's starting to go down. So I'll check with you later. Got a room in the Holiday Inn tonight. So day 1 turned out pretty good, non-eventful, kind of boring. Tomorrow should be a little more interesting. We take off out of, when we get up to Nashville, head north up through Bowling Green and up that way. So it ought to be a little interesting to see tomorrow. So we're heading to bed, so see you tomorrow morning. Good morning, this is day 2 of our trip, and we are in Jackson, Tennessee at the Casey Jones Country Store Museum, Train Museum. And we've been here years ago, and they had version 2 Superchargers along there. They've got it all tore up, and they've got a spot for a bunch of new Superchargers going in. But right here they've got 4 temporary version 3s, so we don't have to stop here, but this is a fun place to stop. So we're gonna get out and stretch our legs a little bit, juice up the car, wash the windows. They've got spots here for chargers and over there, so I guess they're going to make a large charging spot over here at the country store. So we're going to go in here. Stop off the road to a Amish and Mennonite store. So we're gonna go check out some of the cool stuff in here. Green, Kentucky, and we're going to charge up here at the Big Meyer grocery store here, and this is the first version 2 Superchargers we've had to stop at on the whole trip. We're at like 25%, something like that, and says we only need to be here for 15 minutes, but we're going in here and go find something to eat for lunch, and we'll see how it works when we get back. Let me see how fast it's charging up here. Okay, charging at 148 kilowatts. That's not bad for a 150 kilowatt machine. We're in this Super Myers grocery and everything. It's like a Walmart or a Target, Super Target.
and it's got everything. But we found us something to eat for some lunch. But in the meantime, our car is already charged up to 95%. And so we'll go head out there, unplug and eat some lunch, and then head on our way. All right, we are in Buc-ee, Kentucky, and we're going to spend the night here at the Holiday Inn. And then first thing in the morning, we're going to hit up the new Buc-ee's in Kentucky, just up the highway, about 10 or 15 miles. Charge up there and see how the Kentucky Buc-ee's compares to the Texas Buc-ee's. Good morning. It's day 3 of our trip. The sun's just starting to come up. It's about 35 degrees out here, but we're gonna head up the road here shortly, stop at Buc-ee's, and then go up to the Ark encounter and see Noah's Ark. As the sun rises over Buc-ee's, we're going to charge up here. I've got like 42%. And we're going to be here for a while. You can't just rush into Buc-ee's and leave. So, all right, we're all charged up. Got 90%. It's going to last us for quite a while. And the only thing different about the Buc-ee's up here in Kentucky than Texas is all the Texas memorabilia is taken out, and now you got Kentucky paraphernalia there to buy from. So we bought our Kentucky Buc-ee shirts, and we're gonna hit the road. The Ark experience is definitely worth the visit if you're up in northern Kentucky. We are at Huntington, West Virginia, and got about 14%. That's the lowest we've had the whole trip. But these are some version 2 150 kilowatt chargers. I think there's only about 8 of them here. So we're gonna be here for a little bit, getting some rest and stretching our legs. There's a Wendy's over there and a Sheetz over here. 54%, and it shows that we'll get to the next one, which is actually a version 3 Supercharger, and get there with about 25% or so. Then we can charge a lot faster for the next leg of the road. See you down the road.
can't reach it. Let me back up a little closer. Okay, now let's try it. There we go. They've got these in at an angle, and it's almost making the cord too short. But these are version 3s, so they'll charge fast. And we're here in Sutton, West Virginia. Got a nice gas station, Arby's. And I think we're going to try and spend the night here, third night. I know it's taken a while to make this trip, but hey, we're in no hurry. But it's charging at 256 kilowatts, so that's pretty good. Okay, we're charged up at about 85%, and I think we're going to go ahead and hit this hotel that's up there on top of the hill, spend the night here, and then we should be at our destination tomorrow around noon. So see you again in the morning. We've been on interstates the whole trip, and this is really the first part of the trip on secondary roads and going through the country, winding through little towns. It's actually very pretty.
Now turn right onto 1st Street.
It's in the morning of our fourth day, and we're in Strasburg, Virginia, and we're stopped at a version 2 Superchargers. And let's get this thing in here. There, get that plugged in. A little tight. Well, these are pull-in ones. And let's see, yeah, these are version 2, so they're slower, but we only have to be here for like 10 minutes. And then we'll be at our destination in about an hour or less. And there's a supercharger right by where we're going to be staying. So I'll probably just plug in there and fill up for when we get there. The superchargers are behind the Strasburg Diner, so we just changed our mind and decided to eat some lunch, and I set it for like 95%, so I think it's about full. We won't have to charge up at all, and I'll probably just let you know when we check in at the hotel.
Well, we made it to Fairfax, Virginia, 1,678 miles. It took 487 kilowatts to drive, and our average was about 290 watt hours per mile. So pretty good trip, great cruiser, and I'll see you again on the next trip.